In the previous video, we talked about three words that sounded pretty similar and were very confusing. But as we got to know their meanings and took a few example sentences, they became clearer. So today in this video, we will talk about three such words that look and sound almost similar but are very different in meaning. These three words are adopt, adapt, and adept. Now, adopt is the word that almost all of us are already familiar with. It means legally or voluntarily take or bring up another child as one's own. For example, after careful deliberation, they decided to adopt a child. After careful deliberation, they decided to adopt a child. It also means to choose to take up or practice or use certain things. For example, it's hard to adopt initiative in emotional turmoil. It's hard to adopt initiative in emotional turmoil. You can also say, it will take some time for people to adopt the new precautionary measures. It will take some time for people to adopt new precautionary measures. Of course, it's gonna take some more time because just when things were starting to become normal, we are faced with another threat, and of course, it's going to take more time. So please guys, make sure you are abiding by all the social norms and rules. You are doing your job, but at the same time being responsible for yourself and for the people around you. So that was all about adopt. Now let's talk about adapt. Adapt means to become adjusted to new conditions, new situations, or new places. For example, it will take some time for you to adapt to living away from home. It will take some time for you to adapt to living away from home. Adapt also means to change something to make it suitable for new use or new purpose, to modify something. There are movies, books, and plays that are changed so they can be presented in another form. There are quite a few Bollywood movies that have been adapted from Hollywood movies, and I don't think I need to give examples. But anyway, I will give an example of adapt, that is, it's amazing how quickly people adapt. It's amazing how quickly people adapt. It basically means it's really amazing how quickly people adapt to their new situations, their new conditions, and get adjusted to what they have around them. Anyway, that was all about adapt. Now let's talk about adept. Adept means very skilled or proficient at something. It means being very good at something. As a noun, it can mean a person who is very skilled and very proficient at something. It basically means they are an expert at something. For example, he is adept in mathematical calculations. He is adept in mathematical calculations. Or you can say, she is an adept rock climber. She is an adept rock climber. Or you can say, she is an adept at growing plants. She is an adept at growing plants. So that's it for today guys. In this video we talked about adopt, adapt, and adept. Now just by looking at these words you can say that they look and sound very similar to one another, but they are not. And now that you are familiar with what they mean, you know the differences between them. But the purpose behind making these kind of videos is to get you familiar with English vocabulary. In order to be able to speak better, you also need to be able to have a good vocabulary, so you are not short of words while speaking. So I hope this video serves the purpose and it is useful to you. And if it is, then give it a like and consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.